All right, thanks so much, Colleen. Right now, the LMPD is searching for the man you see right there on your screen, 31-year-old Norman Wolf. He is on the run. He was in a prison transport SUV when he kicked out the back window on Thursday morning. He was in custody on charges of burglary, evading police, and handgun possession by a felon. And police say Wolf escaped from the SUV when it slowed down on the Brownsboro Road exit off of the Gene Snyder. Now, we want you to take a look at some of this exclusive video that we have. You can see him. He's the blob right there hanging on to the side of that SUV window. And you can also see right there where he jumps off and just takes off into the forest.
Yeah, this was crazy. This was caught on camera by someone driving up Interstate 71 at the time. And you can hear the shock in his voice as he was talking to Doug Proffitt.
Holy It didn't take long for one Louisville man to notice his normal drive north on I-71 wasn't going to end that way.
I have no idea what was going on. It was 100% a shock, Doug.
There's a guy in a corrections outfit on the side of a van.
Take a good look. The black SUV from the Trimble County Sheriff's Department up ahead, and you'll see the inmate hanging outside the car.
Gentleman is climbing out of the passenger rear window. Eventually, after about a mile, gets completely out of the vehicle.
The driver who recorded this video and asked us not to identify him can't believe what he's seeing. 31-year-old inmate Norman Wolf has made his way outside the speeding SUV.
Look.
Is turned facing the rear of the vehicle, hanging on to just by his arm. So his armpit is on the door with his arm in the car.
Well, how are they still driving?
Still following the black Explorer, it moves off I-71 to the Gene Snyder Freeway. How long was the inmate hanging outside the vehicle?
It had to have been at least 2 miles.
And then the SUV exits to Brownsboro Road. Watch right here. You'll see the inmate take off.
When the car begins to slow down, I would say he was at 40 miles an hour or so. The gentleman jumps out, continues to do several backward somersaults. Shoes flip up in the air, dirt's everywhere.
Watch again. Here's the escape.
He pops up immediately, and as you'll see in the video, he runs down through the little ditch and directly into the bushes.
The video he gave us from start to the first appearance of the inmate to the escape lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
Yeah, that's not what you plan your Thursday morning, which is my Friday. I'm getting ready to get the weekend started.
Doug Proffitt, WHAS 11 News.
Here's what happened after the escape. Wolf ran across several lanes of traffic near the paddock shops. Police then put the area on lockdown and nearby schools canceled outdoor activities. Then around 11:30, officers were told Wolf kidnapped 2 people on Brownsboro Road near Goose Creek Road. Police say he then forced them to drive to the area of River Road and Edith Road, just east of downtown. Now, Edith Road is that little stretch of road where all those soccer fields are between Melwood and River Road. Those people were told that were kidnapped were not hurt. So here's another look at that inmate. His name is Norman Wolf. If you see him or you know where he might be or could be, you're urged to call police immediately.
Now some more local news. A man is dead after a shooting in the Park Hill neighborhood. Officers responded to reports of a person down on Wilson Avenue near South 17th Street around 1:30 Thursday. They found a man in his 20s dead from a gunshot wound. Anyone with information is asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
The Shively Police Department says its portion of the investigation into the deadly shooting at the Shively Animal Clinic is now complete. 21-year-old Trent Taylor was fatally shot Sunday after what police called an altercation at the clinic. Police have also said the case could be considered self-defense. All documents have been handed over to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, and it's now up to that office to decide if charges will be filed in the case. In a statement, Taylor's parents said they're devastated that they've lost their son to a senseless act. They said he died protecting his coworkers, mother, and brother from an aggressive client who was assaulting staff. They say they just want justice for their brave child. Taylor's funeral is today at 1.
TARC is bringing back its Youth Summer Pass June to August. Young people ages 6 to 19 who purchase a pass can utilize unlimited travel through TARC. The transportation company says the goal is to get kids where they need to go safely, whether it's for a part-time job, summer camp, even just a local swimming pool. Youth passes go on sale Monday for $30. A current MyTARC student ID card is required.